Record. Okay. So last week, welcome everybody. Who was on the call last week? I want to hear it in the chat. If you were on the call last night, if you were Zooming with us with Lauren Sims, I would love to hear what are your takeaways from last week and how you applied that this last week. How are you applying that into your business right now? Because this Zoom is about action. We're all headed for the rapid reset. Crystal Director is our target right now. And we are here to help you get there by sharing our personal stories and inspiring one another. So I have been so excited, guys, for this particular Zoom because, listen, guys, let's be honest here for 2 seconds. I have had a lot of business crushes in my life. I mean, guys, you can share in the chat box some of your crushes in this business. The women that like fire you up, you want to do what they are doing. You want to model their behavior. I mean, we're talking the Susan Sly's and Lynn Hagedorns, and I mean, there's just so Lisa DeMayo. There's so many incredible women in this business. Nicole Hammontree, right? Incredible women. LindseyWynia she's going to share her story. You guys, that's why you're here. But I want to brag about Lindsey for just, actually it's going to take more than a minute because she's done some incredible things in a very short time. But what I personally love so much about Lindsey is she steps up to the plate. I mean, you give her a target, she hits the target. You ask for help, she's there. I message her and she responds faster than my mom responds, right? I mean, the woman is incredible, right? And she is showing everyone, let's be personal here. She is showing us all how to do this with zero experience, with zero background in this industry. She's showing how every single, man and woman can take their life in their hands, and with work and dedication and perseverance, they can do this in simple ways, y'all. So I'm so excited for you guys to hear from her. Let me just go on her bio, okay? You guys excited about this? All right. So she started in 2015, and she was a scared cleanser. And I want you to talk more about that, Lindsey, because I love these stories. She was a scared cleanser, meaning she was hiding, right? Nobody knew what she was doing. And she didn't put, what did you say, Lindsey? You didn't really even put your all into the system right away, right? Yeah, okay.
No, 2 months I waited around. I'll tell you.
Yeah, I'm excited about that part. She actually owned a brick and mortar business before Isogenics. She owned a pizza shop. I want you to tell us all, Lindsey. I'm excited for the whole story. I haven't heard this part. That was exciting. She has 5 kids between the ages of 4 and 16. Do you guys think she's a busy mom? Yes, I know she is, right? But now let's talk about some of her accolades in Isogenics. This is what's exciting. She was number 2 in personally and in the team for the ISO Derby 2016. Listen, guys. Number 1, President's Quest 2017. Number 1, Leader in Action 2017, Banff, Canada. Number 1 in Action, NYKO 2018. Number 2, Leader in Action, Top Achievers, Maui 2018. Number 1, Cruise Ship Team, the Cruise Crushers, our last challenge for 2017. She is an 8-star Golden Circle, 6-star Crystal Executive, which means she is rising leaders. And again, she is showing the masses how to do a little, how to keep this simple and fun. So Lindsey, girl, I'm turning it straight over to you because I've got my book here. I got 3/4 of my book ready for your notes. So ready, set, and go.
Well, first of all, I just have to give a shout out to Trish. Thank you so much for coordinating this call. We all appreciate Mama Trish for being the leader and for taking the time to do these calls. I mean, she does these in a one-team environment, which means that the entire company is welcome to watch them. She puts them on YouTube. There are tools for everyone to use. There's old ones that you can go watch. Just type One Team University into YouTube, and you'll see some amazing, amazing training calls. By the way, some of those training calls I watched to train myself. So I want you to know, that's why I'm here, is because I'm a true believer in paying things forward. And I learned from the One Team University calls. And so when Trish says, will you be on a One Team University call? And the only answer is absolutely, absolutely. So thank you for doing that, Trish. Thank you for providing this platform for people. I really appreciate it. There are people out there who don't have leaders to give them guidance. And I want you to know, if you're one of those people, it doesn't matter. You can totally have control over your future with Isogenics. And I don't know what's going on here with the screen, Trish, but
yeah. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to fix it. Lynette Martinez is showing like me. Hey, everybody. There we go.
But anyway, I appreciate that. And I want everyone to know that there are resources out there. You can spend hours on YouTube in Isogenics land, and you can get a lot of content and a lot of information. So I don't want anyone ever sitting there and thinking, I don't know how to do this, no one is helping me. That's a load of garbage. Okay, so everyone has the power in their hands. It's all up to you. And I just want you to know, I want you to hear that from me first and foremost, because you can do it on your own. You can do it by yourself. You don't need anyone to help you. You just don't. I'm sitting here giving my time because I want to give you information so that you can turn around and do it yourself. I truly honestly believe wholeheartedly that anyone can do this. I really do. And it does not mean that that everyone is going to do it. And the reason why is because most people are not willing to put the work in. If I'm just being honest, it's a lot of work. And I've never been afraid of work. I've never been afraid of, getting things done. But it takes a lot of work, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that work tonight. So I'm going to share with you a little bit about my story. So I did start in August of 2015. I actually bought my pack in May 2015. I did it as a favor. Are there any of you guys out there who do things as favors? Like someone called me and they were like, hey, I think you would really like this. And I'm not like the skeptical kind of person. I was already like drinking a shake every day and already drinking some other form of greens. And so I was like, okay, I'll buy your shakes and greens. I am one of those people that started with a 9-day system. So it's insane that I'm even here because that's like the most horrible retention pack ever. My sponsor had enough wits about her to tell me that I needed Ionics, which truly changed my mommy life. For all of you guys who use Ionics every day, if you have 5 kids, you need Ionics. I mean, just end of story. And I was terrified to cleanse. I just didn't. I thought I would kill one of my children if I cleansed. I was just worried about, being able to handle life on a cleanse day. I was like, I'll kill one of my children. I would rather, have my children be alive and than be skinny. So it was one of those things where it took me some time to come around to the idea of cleansing. But I was in a coaching page and I just saw all these incredible transformations, people just losing weight like crazy. And I had been stuck. I had my last child at 40. Charlie, he's kind of like our little outlier end of, caboose kind of, there's a huge gap between him and my 4th child. So let's just say he was like unintentional kind of, we still love him. But, I was about 75 pounds overweight after I had him. And there was a moment where I was walking up the stairs, taking a load of laundry up the stairs. I got to the top of the stairs in my bedroom. The baby was laying on the bed. I sat on the bed and I sat there for 25 minutes trying to catch my breath because I was so out of shape. And I was 40 years old and I had a newborn. And if there is something that's going to like slap you in the face, it's that. It's like, what am I going to do with this newborn, 40 years old? I don't want to be the mom who shows up to the basketball game and they're like, is that your grandma? I had some health issues that were going on, and I just knew it was time to start taking my health seriously. Unfortunately, I didn't find Isogenics until about 2 years later. So I spent the next 2 years really just honestly killing myself at the gym, trying so hard to manipulate my calories and get my body to cooperate. And it was just excruciating, honestly. It was so hard. I didn't know why I wasn't seeing the results. I lost about 30 pounds in those 2 years, but it was like half a pound a week, maybe. Lots of months where I wouldn't lose anything. And I was just so tired of that. So when I did this favor, like I said, I didn't do any research. I'm not the kind of person who's like, I'm going to go research it. No, I just signed up. I was like, okay, whatever. I've tried all these other things. I might as well try your thing. And, but it took me a while to realize that it might actually be the solution that I was looking for. I did a 2-day cleanse. I lost 6 pounds and I was like, that's it. I'm sold. So, after just struggling for 2.5 years, like that was all it took. I was a lifer literally in a matter of a week. So, I am a very public sharer, and I had, it's funny how the Facebook memories come up in your Facebook wall, and there's posts that I had posted before I even started Isogenics where I was like, who's doing, vegan? Who's doing this? Like, is anyone doing that? Like, I was always like the social share in terms of, asking what people were doing to get their results. And, when I lost those 6 pounds, like, you better believe I told the Facebook world that I lost 6 pounds. And so I was never that person who you had to like pry that to get them to share. It just wasn't me. It's just not me. And so, I am going to tell you one thing. You have to be public about your sharing. If you want to really be successful in this business, you cannot hide it. You can't wait till people notice. You can't take a back seat and pray that someone asks you. Like, this is not how I have gotten where I've gotten in 2.5 years. It's just not. I'm just being honest with you, or 3 years almost. May 18th will be my start date. But because I was such a scared cleanser, it took me 2 months to share or even try to cleanse. That was mid-July. I sold my first pack in August. Okay, so my first pack in August, I was already 3 months in technically to my start date. I was already halfway through the Crystal Executive timeline, and at that moment, when I decided that I didn't really want to stop taking this product, I really didn't want my husband to tell me I couldn't because it didn't fit into our budget, because it really didn't. We were paycheck to paycheck. I charged it on a credit card he didn't look at. He's sitting right here. He's probably just hearing that for the first time. But I decided that I had to get this product in my body every month, and I decided that I was just going to do that by sharing. Within a couple of weeks of sharing, so August 1st or 3rd, I sold my first pack. Celebration was August 8th or something in San Diego, just down the road here. I was invited to go, and I went. And I got a ticket, Tanya Kirkpatrick gave me a ticket to attend, and I didn't even go to a single meeting. I went down and got on a cruise ship that Jill Bowman had chartered to go around San Diego Bay, and everyone was having a great time. All these crazy Isogenics people. If you have been to an event for your first time, you know what I'm talking about. Like, the first event you go to, you're like, these people are insane. What are they all on? And I was just kind of like, this is weird. It was very surreal. I was like, what are these people? Why are they all so happy? I mean, I had been on the product. I mean, I got it, but I was still like, these people are spazzes. And I was just like, this is so bizarre. Like, Trish is freaking out at this story right now. But I'm getting to a point, Trish. But
girl, after we were the crazy ones, girl. Like, I know Lindsey Brzezinski, that was the spaz freaking you out.
Yeah, totally. But after that, I went to dinner. Tanya and Tree invited me to dinner, and we took a rickshaw. Like, you guys, I remember this night because it was such a defining moment in my life. I want you to understand that. It's like crystal clear in my memory because it was the moment everything in my life changed. I went to dinner with them. I was sitting at this table. Tanya was, like just, you know, rocket shipping to, you know, her platinum status. Trudy was right behind her on her tail. And I sat at dinner with these two women and I just thought, like, why not me? Why can't I just fall in line here? And they're going to show me how to do it. And I think I can do it. And I just took that belief and I just ran with it. And I promise you from day one, I never, ever wavered. And I called my husband that night at like 1 a.m, driving home from San Diego. And I told him, I said, I think I'm going to do this isogenics thing. And the reason why I called him at obscene hours, A, I knew he was up, and B, I was like, I had to get it off my chest. You know, it was that moment. It was the defining moment in my life where I knew I was making a decision. I realized he might not be happy about it. I was doing Papa Murphy's as a business with him. I mean, I had obligations to him and to our company, but there was just a moment where I knew that I was supposed to do this. And you can call it, you know, divine intuition or whatever you want to call it. It was, you know, God speaking to me, but I knew that this was what I was supposed to do. And coupled with the fact that I knew I had leaders who were going to show me the way, I just felt invincible. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that there haven't been a lot of ups and downs along the way, because there have been a ton of wall kicking moments. But I want you to know that, like, someone doesn't get to where I got in 3 years by just kind of being nervous and being scared and, you know, not jumping in with 2 feet. Like, I have gone nuts for 3 years straight, completely nuts for 3 years straight. And, you know, I just have to tell you that I'm not the kind of person who's going to quietly sit behind a screen and try to share isogenics with people. Like, I'm talking to people, I'm making connections. I'm not afraid about who I'm friending on Facebook. I'll friend anybody who doesn't, you know, maybe look like a serial killer. You know, I just don't have all these reservations. You know, when I hear people talking about all these concerns that they have, I'm just like, why? You know, like, why are you going to live your life that way, being so concerned about what might happen? You know, if someone's a creep, delete, block them, move on with your life. But, you know, I just jumped in as much as I could. I did live videos all the time. I was really vulnerable on Facebook. I did side-by-side posts all the time. You know, I have like my 30, 60, 90-day, 120-day transformations. Why? Because I posted them every month. It not only kept me accountable, but it's like someone watching The Biggest Loser. Everyone was watching this massive transformation. I was posting it out for all the world to see, and they were totally compelled as to what I was doing. I just remember, I know we haven't said any compliance statements here, but, you know, Isogenics compensation plan is only based on your own merits and how hard you work. But, you know, I earned about $20,000 in my first 4 months with Isogenics because of the executive bonuses and, you know, the rank advancement bonuses and the double PIBs and, you know, everything that you do, you know, everything they put out there for you. I earned all of it. And I just was blown away when I checked my ISA pulse about 4 months in. And I said to my husband, I'm like, do you even know how much I've made? And he's like, no. And I said, I think it's about $20,000. And we were both just blown away. And I quit on him about that time. I resigned my position in our family business. And I said, I think I can make more doing this, you know, and that was all, you know, it was a hard conversation to have. It was a hard moment. Like, I felt like I was giving up on our family business. And, you know, but I knew again in my heart what I could do with this business. I knew how to work hard, and I wasn't afraid to do that. So I just did everything I could. I want you guys to understand that my belief was 100%. So I really want you to think about it for a moment. Where is your belief? You know, is it, if it's anywhere from a 1 to a 9, you've got to decide tonight to get it to a 10. You know, if this is something you really want to accomplish, you have to decide tonight to get it to a 10. If you believe you can, or if you believe you can't, you're right. You're 100% right. Whatever you believe, you're right. You have to decide, and then you have to do. So you have to decide that you're a 10, and then you have to do every single day. The number one thing that's keeping you out of the game is you. That's it. There is no one else standing in your way, not a single person. And I'm just gonna be honest with you right now. Like, my parents don't really support what I do. They think it's crazy. I just saw my parents over spring break. My mom laughed when I told her one of her best friends is using the product, and she was like, silly. I mean, you guys, so don't think that I don't have challenges. Don't think that this has been easy. Don't think that, I don't come across challenges. I just don't let them affect me. Okay, like, you can spend a lot of time, you can waste a lot of time worrying about what other people think about you. I don't care what other people think about me. And if you're not there yet, if you don't know how to create that armor and barrier and belief in yourself, find a way. Find a way, because you have to do the work, the personal development work, to be ironclad in your beliefs and to be so sure about what you're doing that no one can make you waver. And I'm not going to tell you that there weren't times that I cried, on my couch and was devastated by something that happened that I was certain was going to ruin my business or whatever. I mean, it all happens to all of us. It all happens to all of us. I just kept going. You know what I did? I woke up the next day and I kept going. That's the only difference between me and you. I didn't take the week off. I didn't take the month off. I didn't get so demotivated that I just didn't do anything else. I just kept going. I just woke up the next day and kept going, because that's the only choice I had. That's the decision I had made. That's the choice I had. About a year ago, I was on a Marco Polo thread, and it was a bunch of us leaders. Nicole, I think you were on it. And we were talking about, how you really don't know someone's motivation. So like, I've had times and circumstances in my life that I would not wish on anybody. And if you knew what they were, you wouldn't wish them on yourself. Like, you would never want to trade places with me. But that's why I have the fire and conviction that I have. So before you think to yourself, well, she's just like a super powerhouse, crazy person. What you don't know is that there's a lot of stuff backing that up that's given me the passion and the drive to do what I do. Trish doesn't even know this, but we lived in Arizona for 3 years, and we had an incredible difficult time during the downturn of the economy. We were dead broke. We were in thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt. You guys don't know where I've been or why I was motivated to do what I do. But I need you to know that it's part of who I am, and it's part of why I do what I do. So everyone has a story, everyone has a why, but if you're not completely engaged and connected with that why, you probably won't get to where you want to go. And if it's hard for you to pick up the phone one day, you got to think about what's at stake. What happens if you don't pick up the phone? Instead of thinking like, what happens when I pick up the phone and someone says no to me? What you have to remember is, what happens if you don't pick up the phone? What happens if you don't pick up the phone? I wanted to get out of debt. I didn't want to have to worry about money ever again. And when we were still living paycheck to paycheck, even after getting out of that situation, we had resolved some of our debt, but we still had a lot to go, and it was still stressful, and we were still paycheck to paycheck. And when I had to write a $150 check for swim lessons, it made me sweat. I wondered how I could get, that $150 built in my budget that month. And so you have to have a why and a reason that's ironclad, and you have to look at it every single day. If you forget it, if you're not sure why you're doing it, you won't have the drive. You won't. So you have to find that within yourself. You have to decide and be determined and go for it yourself. You have to stop comparing yourself with other people. Stop comparing yourself with me. Stop comparing yourself with Trish. Stop comparing yourself with anybody, because comparison is a thief of joy. And you know what? You're not me. You haven't been through what I've been through, and you wouldn't want to have been through what I've been through. So just be yourself and decide why you're doing this, and then march forward to the beat of your own drum. And you'll be as successful as you want to be and as you push yourself to be, but there's no one else who's gonna cover that gap for you. Not a single person. You have to stand in that gap, and you have to be the one who says you're gonna do it yourself. So I just want you guys to hear that coming from me, from someone who has had insane success. And it's insane, you guys, it's insane success. Like, when she reads those accolades, when I went on President's Quest, it was incredible. But like, I worked hard every day and every night. I spent hours working my Isogenics business every day. I never quit up. I never took a day off. I never mentally imploded. Okay, maybe once or twice. I've got to just be my accountable over here. My husband's still listening, but I did implode a couple times. But like I said, I woke up the next day and I kept going. And so that's just the difference. I kept going. I never took my foot off the gas. So when you're looking at me, you're like, oh, I could never do that. I could never be hurt. You know what? You're probably right. But like, that's not a defeat. That's just a difference in life. We're all different. And people are going to come to you because you're you. They're not going to come to me. You know, the people who come to you for you as an Isagenix business come to you because they love you, they care about you, they resonate with you. The person that comes to you is not going to come to me. And that's why there's room for everyone in this business, because there are people who will come to you because you're you, for what you stand for your values, for what you're about, because you have the same interests, whatever it is. So that is super important for you to remember and to just stand in that space where you know that the people who resonate with you are going to come to you. But not if you're not being open and vocal and sharing what you know about Isagenix and how it's changed your life or the life of your family and friends. Does that make sense, you guys? I took some notes. So, okay. So one other thing I really want to share is personal development is key. It is key. Did you guys know I listen to a podcast every single day, and I have for 3 years? Okay, like there's, sure, have I missed a day or two? Yeah. But like, I listened to the 2-star Angelique Norrie call tonight. Was anyone on it? Was I, okay, yeah, that's right. Someone's really pouring in tonight. Good job. I don't know your name. What's your name? Sassy. She watched it. So it's important, you guys. If you think you can do this without training yourself, you're wrong. You're just wrong. You have to spend the time. And you have to do the personal development. You have to do the work on your brain and on your mind in order to get to where you need to go. You have to hear it again and again and again and again and again. And you have to repeat it again and again. And if you're not doing it, you will fail, because you have to be plugged in all the time, feeding your belief. If you're not eating those podcasts, you're starving. Do you know what I'm saying? You have to make the time. I listen to them when I'm doing the dishes. I listen to them when I'm folding laundry. I listen to them when I'm on my bed. I have not watched TV for 3 years. I will tell you that right now. All of my favorite shows, I just don't watch. I don't even care anymore, you guys. I have so much more passion and conviction and desire to do something else. I don't even care about the shows that I'm missing. So I spend my time listening to trainings. What podcasts do I listen to besides Isagenix? I just Google. I go down what I call like rabbit holes. So for example, one time I went to YouTube, I was probably looking for someone else's team call, and I came across a One Team University call, and I listened to call after call after call. Or you can Google, like sometimes I'd Google like Laura Stevens or Susan Sly does incredible personal development every Monday on her webpage for 30 minutes. Like if you're not listening to that, you're nuts. It's like personal development, like brain stuff, like how to develop your mind. It's free, you guys. Don't pay for training. I mean, pay for training sometimes, but like there's tons of times, because I just told my whole team they have to get to an event. But like anyway, get to events. You know, that's another place that will build your beliefs. Susan Sly, S-L-Y. And yeah, on all these, David Wood, Eric Norrie, TED Talks, Brendan, Brendan, Bouchard, Nicole and I just went to a 4-day training. I would have paid $2,000 for that training. I'm sure you would have too. He's going to be at Celebration. You have to get to Celebration. Like you have to get to Celebration. You have to get your bum in the seat and be present and listen and learn and take it in. And it's going to be incredible. But Brendan actually has an entire YouTube page that you can watch there too. So again, the personal development, developing your mind. I've listened to some podcasts, absolutely, that did not benefit me. Because if you're just looking and searching, but I've actually just created a resource on my team page where I post recordings and, trainings all the time, because that was me. I wanted to listen to something every single day, and I'm always paying that forward. And I'm just telling you, if you're not doing it, Burchard, B-U-R-C-H-A-R-D is Brendan's last name. But if you're not doing that, if you're not seeking it out, first of all, Isagenix has the step up to consultant call. They have the step up to manager call. They have the step up to director call. They have the step up to executive call. They have the 2-star calls. They have the Isagenix Zoom calls. You do not have to look very far. I mean, I told you that I was Googling YouTube. You don't even have to do that. These trainings are all free and they're posted all over the place. Go become Facebook friends with your regional sales manager and start watching a call every day. It's not hard to find it. Go to the One Team calls, Google Laura Stevens videos and go watch all her calls. I mean, like, it's all over the place, you guys. Find a leader that you resonate with and go watch their calls, because that's what's going to make the difference. And in terms of getting to executive, because that's what this whole call is about getting to executive and the steps you need to take. And I want to tell you some things about that, because you have an incredible opportunity this week. I've been doing this for 3 years. Trish, I don't even know. How many years have you been doing this, Trish? 4 years? So how many times have you seen them run this promotion, Trish? Free membership, free shipping. Never. They've never run it before. Okay. So you guys, when I tell you that you have to like make hay during this promotion, I'm not kidding. Like, you're already, a week and a half late behind the game. But when Isagenix runs promotions like this, you have to run like a crazy person. And you need to follow up with every single person you've ever talked to. Everyone's times change. Everyone's circumstances change. People, maybe they don't have, maybe you talked to them 6 months ago, but everything in their life has changed by now. Like, you have to follow up with people, let them know about the promotion, and help them bring 2 people along. Nicole is right. She says, creating 2 consultants this week is like key. And I want to tell you, like, every single Crystal Reset Isagenix has run, I've crushed it. Every single one. I've created over 50 consultants in my business. Okay. I've never I fell out of executive once, but like in 2 years, I've never fallen out of executive. But it's because I constantly create consultants. Asking your people to get to people is not weird. And I know you guys, a lot of you have watched that call that I did. If you didn't, it's on a Rock and Roll to Executive with Angelique Nori. I did a call about not making it weird. But you guys, sharing Isagenix with 2 people is not doing Isagenix as a business, okay? It's just not. And if you're asking your people, first of all, I know what you guys are doing, because I used to do it too. So let me just take some liberties here and tell you what I've learned. But I used to be so scared to talk to my people about getting to people, because I didn't want them to feel pressure. So I would say stuff like, oh my gosh, if you know 2 people, like, let me know. But like, I totally understand if like, you don't want to share or whatever. Like, I used to do that. I used to give people an out and make it sound like it was weird. And about 1.5 years ago, I listened to a Susan Sly podcast. By the way, she does have an Isagenix podcast, which is called Team Success. So that's another one that I listened to, like all Susan Sly's Team Success podcast. But she did a podcast about 1.5 years ago that was about starting your new consultant. And she says you can ask them 3 questions. And the first question is, when people start to notice, because they will start to notice that you're looking and feeling amazing, you have 3 choices, and here's what they are. The first one is you can give me the referrals, because I love referrals, and I will totally take care of your people, and I will help them. I love referrals. Just give them to me. I'll take great care of them. The second thing is you can get them enrolled with you and get your products for free. Or the third thing is I need to know the bill that hangs over your head. What bill is that? What is it that keeps you up at night? And, she hasn't answered the question. Well, I did that for a whole year. I listened to that podcast. I changed everything about the way that I talk to people. I started rank advancing tons of consultants. And I just did that. And then after about 1 year, I realized that, guess what? When you ask those 3 questions, guess what everybody says they would do? Out of 100 people I asked, 2 people said that they would send me the referrals. 2 out of 100. Everyone else said that they would want their products for free. So I stopped asking the question, and I just started telling people that when they were getting amazing results, we were going to help them get 2 people started. And that's just what we're going to do, because it's not weird, and it's not doing Isagenix as a business. If any of you have owned a brick and mortar business before, you know darn well that you cannot have a good company or business with 2 customers. Okay, you can't. It's impossible. So stop pretending like getting 2 people is doing Isagenix as a business. It's not. And yes, 80%, product users, whatever. I don't care about that statistic. I tell everyone they're going to grab 2 people because that's not doing Isagenix as a business. It's being a nice friend. Really? You feel amazing, but you're not going to tell 2 people about it? You're a jerk. Just being honest. Like, don't be selfish. Like, you're going to help 2 family members get started. So you have to just tell people they're going to get 2 friends. So I just say, hey, in a couple of weeks, when you look and feel amazing, people are going to notice. And when they ask you, what are you doing? You're going to tell them, I'm doing Isagenix and I can get you started. Let me tell you what happens to everyone who you do not tell that to. I'll tell you. Your friend looks hot and amazing. Their friend comes up to them and says, hey, what are you doing? They say, oh, I'm doing Isagenix, but they say nothing about getting their friend started. Their friend calls the 1-800 number and I get the referral lead. So thank you very much for all of your referrals. I totally appreciate it. I've converted all of them to my customers. Thank you for not telling everyone about Isagenix. Okay? Is that what you want to have happen? I mean, why don't you just tell them that to open their mouth and say, I can get you started. I feel great. Just let me know and I can help you. That's your responsibility. Jessica asked if you should say, you're a jerk. I'm giving you permission. You're a jerk for not sharing. Jessica loves it when I say stuff like that. So look, you guys, I'm just saying that you've got to make it your standard. Susan Sly says you get your standards, not your goals. You get your standards. You get what you're not going to take any crap on. That's your standard, right? So if you're making it a standard for everyone to grab 2 people, a lot of people are going to grab 2 people. Now, listen, I'm going to talk numbers for a minute because this really, really, really empowered me. Jessica's over here chatting it up in the chat box here. But I want you to understand numbers. I've been enrolled in Isagenix for almost 3 years. May 18th is my ISA anniversary. I've enrolled over 300 people in that time period. Of those 300 people, I think I told you I've made like over 50 consultants, okay? Of those 50 consultants, probably 30 of them are still active consultants or, get their products for free every month, okay? So some of them fell out. Some of them were temporary. Some of them, I just helped them cash out their BV and they stayed as a consultant for 30 days. You know what? I think it's okay. I think it's okay to get your people paid. Eric Roy says if you get your people paid one time, you'll retain them for an entire year as a customer. You might not retain them as a business builder, but you'll retain them as a customer for an entire year if you get them paid $1. So just get your people paid. If that means, going to check out and see if they have 600 BV, do you realize this week it's like a half off sale, right? Like if they have 600 banked BV and they enroll 150 BV on one side with their husband and 150 BV on the other side with their best friend, their wife, their mom, their adult children, whatever, you realize it's $400 and they're getting $200 back because they have $108 in banked BV and they're getting $100 of a consultant bonus. It's $200. It's a half price sale. How many of you can go look in your back office right now, find 10 people so that you can get a $2,000 bonus or a $1,500 bonus or whatever you want to get, or both for that matter. Go ahead and grab them both. But who can do that? Get your people paid and pick up some bonuses for yourself. You're going to be successful if you get your people paid. Now, is everyone going to, after you do that, become an Isagenix like wannabe and make thousands of dollars? No, some of them are not going to stay paid as consultants. And of course, we want to get everyone set up with a pack and get everyone set up with the right way. And the value pack is the only way to go. But I'm telling you, if you're trying to bust out this executive crystal reset, you can get it done. As a matter of fact, I would not be surprised if every single person, raise your hand if you've enrolled 10 people. Let's see. Raise your hand if you've enrolled 10 people. I'm scrolling. Video on. I'm mad right now. A lot of you, okay? I would say at least like 2/3 of you have 10 people enrolled. Go become an executive. Go help your people get paid one time. Stop making it weird to share with 2 people. It's not weird. Okay. Out of those 30 consultants who are actively sharing, I would say, I have 20 builders. Okay. I have 4 people who are 6-figure income earners, so out of 300 people, you guys, I have 4 people who are 6-figure income earners. So that's how the numbers fall. So I don't want you, when you go out and you try to get everyone to share with 2 people, to be totally devastated when not everyone does it. Not everyone's going to do it. It's okay. But it's your job and your challenge to really try, honestly, wholeheartedly, to get everyone to share with 2 people. I promise you that if you try that, you'll have a lot more success than if you're not telling anybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, if you're not telling everybody, you're leaving money on the table, you're crazy. I love you, but you're crazy. You've got to tell every single person how to eat for free. You have to. It's your obligation. It's your job. And you know what? If you're not, you're just not doing a good job. It's your obligation. And if you don't come away from this call feeling obligated to tell every single person that you've enrolled how to get their products for free just by sharing with 2 people, and yes, it's just for 1 month, and you can totally be transparent and honest and tell them they would have to do it again the next month, but whatever, you guys. I've gotten people paid $1,000 because they ordered every month, because they were consistent product users, and I showed them how to bank their volume. I showed them how to transfer their account from preferred customer to associate. That's half the battle right there. If you guys are not setting up all of your new product users as associates, there's no conversation to have about banked volume. There's no conversation to have. And if you are listening to this right now and you're like, I have no idea what she's talking about with the banked volume thing, you need to call your upline and say, how do I figure out someone's banked volume? Because this is a really, really important part to your success. Really, really important part. And you need to be aware of it, and you need to know how to tell people how to get paid on what they're ordering. You have to tell people how to get paid. Okay? You'll retain your customers for longer. You'll have happy product users. I promise you that all the people that I've gotten paid are happy. They're totally happy with that. They love that. So that's really important to you. And yeah, you have to call them. Nicole over here is saying you got to call them. Don't tag them. Oh, please don't tag them. Please do not tag them. There's a difference. There's a difference in being informed and being invited. Thank you, Cindy Laser, for that nugget. There's a difference being informed and being invited. When you tag someone, you're informing them. You're like, hey, guess what? Like this. They don't even see it. It gets buried in their notifications. They never even see it. You have got to call them and pick up the phone. And my team tonight and I have been discussing, like, what's the best way to do this? And we've decided, I'll tell you what we've decided. We've decided that the best way is to text them first and say, hey, do you have a few minutes I could call you? I just really need to talk to you for a minute. When they say, yes, call me after 6 or whatever, then you pick up the phone and you try to get them on a Zoom link real quick or on a FaceTime. You need to show them the banked volume in their back office. You got to show them, because it's doesn't make any sense to them. They have no idea what you're talking about. They don't even know what BV is. They don't care. They have no idea what to do with it. So just do yourself a favor and get visual with your people. Show them visually what they're sitting on. What they're sitting on. It's their Isagenix bank account. There's no other companies that do that, you guys. There is no other companies that do that. There ain't no banked volume. It gets flushed every month. There's no people that can make, I've heard some crazy stories about people making thousands of dollars by just catching out their volume. Right, Trish? So, you have to do the right thing by telling your people exactly how to get it done. Okay? Get visual. I want to get visual. I love that. All right, you guys. What questions do you have? I'm ready for a little Q&A. Let's do this.
All right, I'm going to open it up then, guys. If you have questions, Lindsey wants to hear it. I'm going to go to gallery view so I can see if your hands are up and I can help you unmute. Lindsey, every time you talk, I just want to run through a wall. I just want to get to work right now.
That's good. That's good.
Love it, girl.
I realize that not everyone's going to be like me, but what I want you to realize is that if you want it, you can have it. If you want it, you can have it. End of story. End of story. The only reason I am where I am is because I wanted it just a little bit more than you do. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep. Oh my, Charlie says, if you want it bad enough, you find a way. If not, you find an excuse. Truth bomb. Total truth bomb.
That's right.
Nice.
All right. So does anybody have a question for Miss Lindsey?
Everyone's scared of me. Oh, sad.
Listen, Lindsey, have you guys heard Lynn Hagedorn's analogy of the $1 million under the rock? Because this is what Lindsey's talking about, guys. I'm going to share this. I love this. Okay, so if I were to tell you that right now there is $1 million under a rock in your front yard, what would you do to find that $1 million? What would you do? Would you just like kick over a rock once in a while when you're yelling at a kid or running to school, or like, what would you do, guys? Dig like a crazy person. You'd probably hire everybody in the neighborhood to help you. Right? When the sun went down, what would you do? You get your flashlights out. You get a floodlight out. Like, you would do everything it took to find that $1 million. And that is what Lindsey did, guys. That is what she's doing. She's going to work because it is out there for you.
It absolutely is. And you know what? Like, just paying the knowledge forward to your team and helping them get paid is how you grow an Isagenix business. Yes, you have to enroll people, but if you're never duplicating the process of having people grab 2 people or getting them paid, Jessica's on here. We can tell the Jessica Romney story really quick. It's a good one. But she is one of my people. Are you on here, Jessica? Is she live? Or is she? I don't see her face.
Hi,
but Jessica, I'm just going to tell everyone how much you hated network marketing and network marketers and how lame you thought that we all were. And then go ahead and share what your current rank is, Jessica.
I'm a 2-star executive.
Paid as. And you know what, you guys? You know, Jessica, I have a little theory. Just Levi is so noisy back there. I have a story, but Jessica, you know, she just really had a lot of hangups with network marketing and network marketers. And she, you know, it took me like 3, 4, 5, 6 months of me telling her how much banked volume she had before she decided that she was going to share with 2 people and get it paid out. So like every month I'd call her and be like, hey, Jessica, by the way, did you know that if you shared with 2 people today that you would make like $400? And she'd be like, yeah. And so I'd call her like the next month and I'd be like, hey, Jessica, did you know that like if you share with 2 people with this promo, you would make like $625? And she'd be like, And then I called her the 3rd time and I said, Jessica, hey, $750 on the line. Like, are you going to do it? And she was like, okay, I'll do it. That's how reluctant she was, you guys. That's how reluctant. That's how much BV she banked and how much she got paid when she enrolled 2 people. I think she shared with, you know, 2 packs or whatever. But she finally got that paid out. And guess what, you guys? She liked it. She liked it. And she enrolled a few more people. She enrolled 5 or 6 people from her first Power Post. Someone just asked about Power Post. There's no script about BV. Deanna, just please go talk to your enrolling sponsor about how to find someone's BV. I think that's really important. A Power Post on my personal wall. So power posting, so I just got Jessica across that invisible line. She enrolled a bunch of people and I finally just told her she could get to executive and she just did it, you guys. She just did it. Like, you have to push people up to the invisible line and just push them over a little bit. You have to tell them what's next, the next step. You have to tell every single person the next step, every single one. And only say one step at a time. Don't call someone tonight and be like, hey, do you want to become an executive? No, you're just calling them and talking to them about becoming a consultant. That's it. Just tell them the next step. If they become a consultant, if they put up a Power Post, if they enroll 5 people, talk to them about becoming a manager. One of the things I do with people who have enrolled 5 people is I will have them go and look at their director report from last month. And I'll be like, by the way, if you had been a director, you would have made X amount of dollars in the director pool. And I cast the vision for what's possible. I cast the vision for what's possible and get them excited about potentially getting an additional $2,500 in the director pool. So I'm always talking to them about what's next, what's possible, what comes next, you know? Yeah, there's tons of stuff out there about social media. So like, I'm not going to go into that. I don't even consider myself one of the best social media people, if I'm being honest. Like, I mean, I do it. I try my best. I'm not perfect. So that's the thing. Like, you guys don't have to be perfect. You just don't. You just have to be consistent. It's not about perfection. It's about consistency. Absolutely. Dina, if you don't have someone who can tell you about your customers' banked volume, you can message me later. I have people who don't need the money. Trina, everyone needs the money. Everyone needs the money. Penny had someone tonight who she called, and the person who's pretty well off even admitted that she has more debt than she's comfortable with. Everyone needs the money. Everyone. You just don't know. They're hiding it from you. I'm serious. Rosalie, if they don't become an associate, they will lose their BV in just 90 days. It gets frozen and then they lose it after 180 days completely. It goes to zeros. So it's really important that you convert people to associate prior to that 90-day period. Jessica answered Trina. Jessica didn't need the money. Yeah, you have to find the pain spot. Yep. Love it. You guys, these are awesome comments. Do it bad till you're good. Good till you're great. Great till you're amazing. You guys, I promise you, if you scrolled back and watched some of my live Facebook videos from 2 years ago, you would laugh your faces off. Go ahead. I challenge you. Go back. Scroll back on my Facebook wall to 2.5 years ago. Find something hilarious. Screenshot at me and send it to me and be like, you sucked back then. I totally did, you guys. This is totally the truth. No one is perfect when they first start. Not a single person. It doesn't matter. It's not perfection. It's consistency. So if you're waiting to be perfect, you're going to wait for a real long time. Just keep waiting. Nothing will happen. Jessica's answering everyone's questions about not needing money. Cool. Does anyone else have questions? We have like a couple minutes left. I can't, I would show you guys the banked volume, but I can't really compliantly, because without opening someone's back office. So you have to kind of have your leader show you. Yeah, Nicole wants to share something she learned from me. Please.
Okay, so I follow the leaders that are having success, and so I watch everything. I'm a visual person. I don't know. Listening's hard for me. Sometimes I get sidetracked, but if I can watch something, it's easier. And I watched Lindsey's Super Saturday. It was recorded where Jessica actually shared a little bit about her story. But one of the things that hit home to me, which is major, was when you've got someone, you've got them enrolled, don't let them away without saying, hey, now you need to finish the enrollment process. And that was oh my gosh, right there and then, finish the enrollment process. That means while you're talking to them, they go in, they put their social security number in, and you finish. So it's not weird. There's nothing weird about it. They do it like that. I have a girl that called me. She's ready to start. I used that technique tonight. I just said, okay, now let's go ahead and finish your enrollment process. She went right in. She put her social in. She signed up for the Ice Body. I said, on that same call, and this was huge for me. I was waiting for people to get their results because that's what I want to get my results. I just told her as if it's what we do. Everyone does this. Okay, now I need you to go find 2 people. 2 people by the end of the week. This promotion is so big. I showed her exactly what she would make. She went to work today. She found 2 people. She's enrolling them tonight. It was so simple. Everything I said to do, she did. I didn't make it weird. I just made it, this is what we do. Everyone does it. And I remember having a conversation with Lindsey. I said, Lindsey, how do you do this? What do you do? She goes, I just tell people that that's what we do. This is just how we do it. And I was like, I can't do that. I can't tell people what to do. It's not that you're telling them what to do. They don't know. People don't know what they don't know. When I changed my verbiage, when I changed my posture, because I do have rock solid belief in isogenics 100%, and I use Lindsey's verbiage, and I used my personality, it was not hard, you guys, at all. The girl was just like, okay. And here's the thing, I build in my cold market. So this person does not know, like, and trust me. She just did what I told her. Can you imagine what I could do with people that know me? It's crazy. So that is probably the biggest thing I've taken away from spending time with this incredible leader is just have the posture and just tell people what they need to do. Like she said, give them the next step. Don't give them the option. Just, okay, now you're going to find 2 people, and they will. It's crazy. So thank you, Lindsey. It's amazing.
You're welcome. You know what? Like, you guys, what she just shared, like, none of it matters unless you implement it. You know, like, I could have told her that, and she could have been like, I'm too scared to do that, and just not done it. But Nicole is ready to grow. She's ready to change what she's doing. She's ready to be unstuck. And so she's trying everything. And that's really how you grow. You know, like, I can't tell you how many times I tried something and failed. You know, but like, do babies, after they fall down 50 times, just go, okay, I guess I'm not going to walk? You know, no, they keep getting up. And that's just the key, you guys, is I've tried so many things. Some worked, some didn't. It's okay. It's okay. I didn't mind the learning and growing part. I didn't mind the failure part. I didn't mind not having to try again, or maybe try it slightly different, or next time I'm going to say it slightly different so I don't make that mistake. Don't be so hung up on every person. Believe me, there's thousands of other customers out there. Thousands. If they walk away from you, they're not the right person. You cannot say the wrong thing to the right person, but you can not tell people what they need to know. So you have to be the one who's telling them what they need to know. They can still make decisions, you know, they can still make decisions on their own, but you have to tell them what to do. You are the professional. I love that. Yeah, you're the professional. And, you know, stop apologizing for being a network marketer. That's another thing that drives me nuts. Quit it. Does your banker apologize to you? No. Does your doctor apologize to you? No. Quit apologizing for being a network marketer. You are providing a service. You have something they want. Quit acting like people don't want it. People want this. This is an amazing product. It is amazing. We are blessed and fortunate to be in this company. Please stop apologizing for being a network marketer. Knock it off. It's ridiculous. Like, it's everything in your posture. If you come in with an apologetic posture, people aren't going to listen to you. You have to come in as an authority, as someone who knows what you're talking about. You had the experience. They didn't. You know how this product works. They don't. They don't know anything. When I started this, I knew nothing about nutrition or how to lose weight or whatever, or how the body worked. I am a freaking master now, because I am one of those weird people. I love all the science. I read all the sciencey stuff on isogenicshealth.net. Like, I could smoke anyone in knowledge about how the body works. You know, was that me 2.5 years ago? No. You don't have to be a product expert. That's not what this is about. This is about posture, and it's about attitude, and it's about belief. It's about what you know. If this product changed your life, why would you let anyone make you feel bad about it? Why? Just don't do that. Just don't do that. Just do me a favor. Next time you feel your posture slipping, I want you to see my face right now. No, don't do that. That's what I want you to see. Next time you start to like wilt in the corner because you're worried about what someone's going to think about you, I want you to see this. No, don't do that. Okay?
Oh gosh, ladies. Guys, do you understand how important this stuff is, this posture thing? I had a girl tell me this last weekend. Well, if I had your transformation, you know, I could enroll people like you do. And I had to sit here and go, listen, my first few months, I was enrolling 5 to 9 people a week, and I was 90 pounds overweight. It was all about posture. People are buying you. They're buying your belief, your confidence, your excitement. They can go to a store and buy a health product or a weight loss thing. They come to you, and you have these new customers, and we're apologizing. So, oh my gosh, Lindsey, preach it, girl.
Posture is everything. And you know what? Someone was asking me, they're like, why is it so easy to like get the initial enrollments right off the bat? It is because you're excited. And that's what people are buying. They're buying the feeling. That's what they're buying. They're buying into that feeling. They want to feel like that. They want to feel excited. So if you find yourself not presenting with that kind of excitement and that kind of feeling, take a few minutes before you get on the phone. You guys, I've totally done this before. I load it up like a wild song on my phone. I listen to it full blast with my ear pods. I jump up and down. Like if you're not feeling excited and don't have like, if you're just having a moment, you're just not feeling it, you got to get into that feeling before you talk to someone. It's got to come across in your voice, how excited you are and how life-changing this product is. Yeah, it's getting into state, just like Mr. Tony says, like jump up and down, do what you got to do. But it makes a huge difference. It makes a huge difference. It makes all the difference in the world. And if you have that nervous anxiety feeling, like people are going to sense that. They're like, why is she so nervous to talk to you about this? No, just get excited. They don't care about what's in it. They don't care about ashwagandha or Shilajit. They just want how you feel. So tell them how you feel. And tell them they can feel that way too, okay? You guys like that word, Sheila G?
Yeah. I'm listening to a One-Team University in Action right now, David Wood. I'm loving it. Guys, there is one coming up in May in Dallas. I hope if you've never been to a University in Action, get your butts in those chairs. It is the best event, hands down, in my opinion. So, guys, thank you so much for being here tonight. This is all about you and giving back so that we can all grow together. When you guys grow, we grow. We're about the vision of Isagenix. We are all taking part in helping Kathy and Jim Coover, manifest their dream, which is to be the largest health and wellness company in the world. And guys, we will do that if each of us lift our heads, strengthen our posture, and just keep going. So Lindsey, thank you so much. And I do have a request. I just posted on my wall about the beautiful Lindsey. I would love for you guys to jump on there and share your takeaways and give her some love because she has earned that love tonight. All right. I love you guys all. Love you guys all. Good night, guys. Oh.